It was supposed to be a quiet night in the mountains. A place where nothing ever happens. A place where families go to feel safe. But on one cold April morning in 1981, something so brutal was discovered that even today, over 40 years later, no one has been held responsible. And what's even more disturbing, some believe the killer was never a stranger. Welcome to the story of the Keddie Cabin Murders. The small town of Keddie was the kind of place where everyone knew each other. Tucked deep in the forests of Plumas County, it was quiet, peaceful, and almost forgotten by the outside world. Cabin 28 sat among the trees. Simple. Wooden. Isolated. Inside lived a single mother, Sue Sharp, and her children. Sue had recently moved there, hoping for a fresh start. A new life. A safe place for her family. But what she didn't know was that this cabin would soon become one of the most infamous crime scenes in American history. April 11, 1981. The night started like any other. Sue was home with her kids. Her teenage son, John Sharp. His friend, Dana Wingate. And Sue's daughter, Tina Sharp. In the other room, 3 younger children slept peacefully, unaware that just a few feet away, something horrifying was about to unfold. Sometime during the night, someone entered Cabin 28. There were no signs of forced entry. No broken windows. No smashed doors. Which raises a chilling question. Did the victims know the killer? What happened next was nothing short of brutal. Sue Sharp, John Sharp, and Dana Wingate were all attacked. The scene was violent, chaotic. It looked like a struggle had taken place. But the details were so disturbing that even experienced investigators were shaken. But here's where the story becomes even stranger. Not everyone in the cabin was harmed. The 3 younger children, sleeping in the next room, were completely untouched. They slept through the entire nightmare. Or, at least, that's what they later said. Morning came. And with it, the discovery that would shock the entire country. A neighbor walked into Cabin 28 and found the scene. It was beyond comprehension. Authorities were called immediately. And within hours, the quiet town of Keddie was no longer quiet. But one person was missing. 12-year-old Tina Sharp was gone. No trace. No signs of where she went. It was as if she had vanished into the forest itself. The investigation began. And right from the start, something felt off. Evidence wasn't handled properly. Key details were overlooked. And potential suspects weren't fully questioned. Some even say the case was mishandled from the very beginning. Then came the suspects. One name that kept coming up was Marty Smart, a man who lived nearby, known to have a violent temper. And on the night of the murders, his story didn't quite add up. Another name, Bo Smart, Marty's friend, also present in the area that night. Some witnesses claimed the 2 men were acting strangely. But despite suspicion, no charges were ever filed. Then something chilling surfaced. Years later, it was revealed that Marty Smart may have confessed to his therapist. A confession that was never properly followed up. A lead that could have changed everything. And what about Tina? For 3 years, there was nothing. No clues. No sightings. Until 1984. Remains were discovered miles away from the cabin, in a remote area of Plumas National Forest. They were identified as Tina Sharp. The mystery only deepened. Why was she taken? Why was she the only one removed from the cabin? And what happened during those missing hours? As the years passed, the case grew colder. But it never disappeared. New investigators reopened it. Old evidence was re-examined. And slowly, pieces of the puzzle began to resurface. A hammer, believed to be one of the weapons, was found in a pond. Disturbing letters, pointing toward suspects, were uncovered. And connections that were once ignored started to make sense. Yet still, no arrests, no convictions, just questions. Some believe the truth has been known for decades, hidden in plain sight, buried under mistakes, missed opportunities, and silence. Others think there's more to the story, something darker, something that was never fully revealed. Imagine this: a quiet cabin in the woods, a family trying to start over, and someone watching from the shadows, waiting, planning. The most terrifying part: the killer may have walked away that night and lived a normal life, blending in, never caught. Even today, the Keddie Cabin Murders remain unsolved. A case frozen in time. A story that refuses to end. And maybe that's what makes it so haunting. Not just the crime itself, but the silence that followed. Because somewhere out there, someone knows what really happened in Cabin 28. And until that truth comes out, this mystery will never rest. So the next time you think about a quiet place in the woods, remember this story. Because sometimes, the most peaceful places hide the darkest secrets.